I just received your letter. You're down and out, you say. At first I thought I would tell you to travel on the other way, but in my memory lingers all that you once were to me. So I'm gonna give you another chance to show what you can be. At any old time you wanna come back home, just write me a line and say nevermore you roam. You've had your chance to play the game fair. When you left me, sweetheart, you only left a load of care. Oh, but now that you're down, I'm gonna stick by you. If you had only tell me your roaming days are through, you'll find me here, just like the day you left me alone. Any old time you wanna come back home. The great Jimmy Rodgers. Hello everyone, welcome to show 84. Yep, it's show 84 and we have some tunes for you. We have some talking, and I'm not sure whether or not the piece in the Free Press has come out yet, but I'm writing a story for the local newspaper about me, music, Burlington music scene, stuff like that. Interesting. The great Michael Hurley from the album Water Tower. And as far as I remember, this song has the only reference to a water tower in the whole album. I Paint a Design, the idea for which came from his meeting a guy on the road, sitting at a campfire, and the guy told him about his life. I paint a design on a van for you, mister. I paint a design, pretty good. I paint a white horse or a fire breathing dragon. I paint a design on your wagon. I've been around working this town until the sun and the moon come down. The best kind of a woman I found never break you up, won't let you down. Oh, I paint a design a design pretty good. I'll paint you a girl doing a dance with a big red balloon. I'll paint you a girl full costume. The sweetest thing that I ever did see was just the way that she looked at me, and in them eyes I'll forever see, and I can paint a picture of sweet mercy. Will I paint a design on a van for you, mister? I'll paint a design pretty good. And if you're in love, I'll paint initials, heart and arrow. I'll paint you up there on the water tower, back when they had that big earthquake. I paint the bridge and the cable break. I cry for mercy, cry for heaven's sake, and I can paint a picture of your heartache. Will I paint a design on the side of a building? I paint a design pretty good. Tell me, Corina, where your Biscuit road to go? Don't you have to look lonely when you find your daddy moving on? I wonder what makes Grandpa crazy about my grandma so. She got the same old jelly that she had 30 years ago. I got something to tell you. Biscuit Roller by Michael Hurley. Now here's something few people talk about. Why is it so hard to get good shoelaces? Why is it so hard to get them in the length you wish? Why is it so hard for them to give you shoelaces that are not a foot extra on each side, and you tie them and it's just pathetic. I did have one pair of Nikes, and they were top of the line Nikes. They were a gift. And they had good shoelaces. They never wore out. They lasted longer than the shoes. I can't understand. If they can make them, why don't they make them? Why don't they use them? All these companies, they use shoelaces as if they don't know how to make good shoelaces or strong shoelaces. Even leather shoelaces you get trouble with. It's, I'm sure it has something to do with tying them and the way you tie them. If you tie them loosely, you're not going to wear them out so much. Isn't it amazing, the trend of wearing sneakers with the laces untied? I don't know, I guess it's changing running shoes into flip-flops. I mean, what the heck? I mean, it's been around for 30 years now, and I still don't know.
On our block, all of the guys call her Flamingo, 'cause her hair glows like the sun, and her eyes can light the sky. When she walks, she moves so fine, like a flamingo. Crimson dress that clings so tight, she's out of reach and out of sight. When she walks by, she brightens up the neighborhood. All over a guy would make her his if he just could, if she just would. Some sweet day I'll make her mine, pretty flamingo. And every guy will envy me, 'cause paradise is where I'll be. Sha-la-la, la-la-la-la, pretty flamingo. Sha-la-la, la-la-la-la, pretty flamingo. When she walks by, she brightens up the neighborhood. Oh, every guy would make her his if he just could, if she just would. Some sweet day I'll make her mine, pretty flamingo. And every guy will envy me, 'cause paradise is where I'll be. Sha-la-la, la-la-la-la, pretty flamingo. Sha-la-la, la-la-la-la, pretty flamingo.
And here's something I saved from when I was, 13 years old, and which many, if not most, people did not save. Rhythm and Blues magazine. Yes, there was Hit Parader, there was rock and roll, there was rhythm and blues. Ah, yes, and there we are featuring Jackie Wilson. These were like there was no Rolling Stone, there was no Crawdaddy, there was no sane discussions. There were very few reviews in the newspaper. Mostly the only review you would get in rock and roll is if there was a riot, which of course would come quite often because it was one of the few events that both black and white kids would go to at the same time. And it was unusual at the time, and the adults didn't like that much at all. And of course, once in a while, fights broke out, but that's what happens when 10,000 people show up at a 3,000-seat arena. Or it can happen anyway. Ask the football people in South America. Anyway, here we are. Hi, Rhythm and Blues. This is, I really enjoy having saved these. And let's see, the other two characters are Hoppy Adams and John Bandy. And I don't know who they are either. I don't know. Nope. But latest song hits, a Charlton publication. And this list is the songs of the day. Let's see, a little less glare. The songs of the day, yes, Charlie Brown, When the Saints Go Marching In. I've Had It, there's a classic. It's Just a Matter of Time, Venus, Where Were You, Telling Lies. She Say Doobie Doom, Plain Jane, that was Bobby Darin. Please Mr. Son, I Go Ape, which I believe was Neil Sedaka. If I Didn't Care, which is the Ink Spots, and Never Be Anyone Else But You. Extra jackpot prizes, see pages 8 and 9. Coasters Go to Town with Charlie Brown. Brooke Benton takes the time for a hit bit. Laverne Baker rocks and rolls in the dough. I'm tempted to see if it has anything to do with baking or if they're just saying that she's making some money. Yes, Laverne Baker, a great singer who started making money when she started doing dumb rock and roll songs, you know. Tweedledee, Tweedledee. No, what was it? Trying to think of the words. Tweedly dum, tweedly dot. Gimme, 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 gimme all the love you got. It was on that level. And Ruth Brown, a great singer, did Lucky Lips. That was her big breakthrough hit. Anyway, June 1959. Rhythm and Blues. Believe it or not, I have a bunch of these. And let me see. You got to make sure and see this logo. Do you realize that on the very tip, the very corner of the logo is a top hat on the letter R on rhythm, and there's a cane hanging from blues. So there's some kind of implication that there's a guy in a top hat with a cane involved here. And then it says the rock and roll beat. I don't know. I just don't know. It seems kind of odd.
People ain't no good. People that ain't no good. And I think that's well understood. You can see it everywhere you look. People just ain't no good. We were married under cherry trees. Under blossoms we made our vows. And the blossoms came sailing down over the streets in the playground. The sun would stream on the sheets. A
woken by the morning bird. We'd buy the Sunday newspaper, never read a single word. People, they ain't no good. People, they ain't no good. People, they ain't no good at all. Seasons came and seasons went, and the wind stripped the blossoms bare. A different tree now lines the street, shaking its fists in the air. And the winter slammed us, windows rattling in the gale, to which she drew the curtains made from her wedding veil. People, they ain't no good. People, they ain't no good. People, they ain't no good at all. To our love, send a dozen white lilies. To our love, send a coffin of wood. To our love, let all the jilted lovers cry that people, they just ain't no good. It ain't in their hearts they're bad. Some comfort you, some even try. They nurse you when you're ill of health. They bury you when you go and die. No, it ain't in their hearts they're bad, and they'd stick by you if they could. Oh, but that's just bull, baby. People just ain't no good. People, they ain't no good. People, they ain't no good. People, they ain't no good at all. People, they ain't no good. People, they ain't no good. People, they ain't no good at all. In the mornings, I lean out my window and I throw peanuts to chipmunks. Chipmunks are, well, probably the cutest rodent, I would say. And the colors are like a deer or something. They're just really beautiful. And they're cute. But you get two chipmunks together and there's a peanut, they will fight. They act like they're going to fight to the death. It's incredible. They get, you know, this is my place. Get out of here. You know, it's like cats. It's not like dogs. Squirrels are more like dogs. They're also more like schoolyard bullies. And they run around telling the chipmunks that they want all the peanuts. Then they figured out, they're pretty clever, a little stupid, but very clever. They figured out that the chipmunks were the ones I was throwing to peanuts to. I was throwing the peanuts to the chipmunks, so they tried to chase the chipmunks away. That didn't work, because wherever they chased them to, I would throw a peanut there. I'm pretty accurate, though of course they can take an awful bounce when they hit a brick. They just chase the chipmunks so that they are there when I throw one to a chipmunk, That way they can pounce on it. Occasionally, a squirrel and a chipmunk will have a sort of dust up, and the chipmunk will jump on the squirrel's face and bite him, and he will fall backwards, amazed and confused. It's sort of like the nerd attacking the bully in the schoolyard, and which, I don't know, maybe that should happen more often. But, well, as a blanket statement, let's just say nobody should fight. The two wrongs don't make a right. Right? However, in one sense, if there are bullies, you have to get them. And some of the chipmunks will grab a peanut as fast as he can and run as fast as he can while the squirrels are descending upon him, or the peanut, or both. And some chipmunks just freeze up. When the squirrel gets anywhere near them, they won't reach out and grab the peanut. It's right in front of them. They could grab it and run, but some of them are just, they're traumatized. Maybe a squirrel bit them once or something, but they go all the way from incredibly brave, like, Sergeant York, to incredibly scared, like that kid in Back to the Future. I wish to thank you for watching Show 84. It's hard to say how many will go on. I'm going to try and get my grandnephew onto this show. He's an entertainer. He's young, but he's an entertainer, and I'm going to try and get him on. I'm going to try and get some other people on, try and get some interviews going, and do a whole bunch of stuff. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe my show will become a spin-off of itself. I don't know. You never know. You never know what will happen. Plenty of room for credits. There, plenty of credit. There's nothing like credit when it's due. This is a 1111 production from LCA TV in Colchester, Vermont. Yes, I live up here in Vermont. Sometimes I wonder why. I could be living 50 other places in the world. Why am I here in Vermont? Well, partly because of my brother. I used to come visit my brother up here. He moved up here first. And it was so great that I decided that when I got sick of New York, I should come up to Vermont. And so I did. Now that's been over 25 years. You know what I'd really like is a loft in an old manufacturing building, an abandoned manufacturing building by a river. My life is running out before I attain many of my aspirations. You can't take it with you. And you have to go. And when you gotta go, you gotta go. And you can't take it with you. So you should leave it to someone. Once